Welcome back to Will on the Road. Today we're hitting the local produce of the Chapman River, and olive oil is the game. With my friend Russell Lewis, who is fourth generation family of farmers. So let's get into it and start picking some olive. Is that you, Russell?
Hey, Will, how you going?
At the Chapman Valley Farm.
That's right, yeah, Yetna.
How are you?
Not bad.
Nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about the farm and the olives and what you're about.
We've only been here 35 years, third generation each. Left Broadacre farming down at Wild Ketchum and came up here to try something different, plants to grow, and came up with this one. Trees gradually, but we've got up to 6,000 trees now on 60 acres now.
So with the olives, what's the whole process? I mean, it's coming, I know from my olive tree in Perth, it's sort of coming to the end of the season.
This one on the end, this scruffy looking one, is a Pendolino. They've all got their different characters. These look like, oh whoops, they're a bit black, they're going over, but they go black on the skin a long time before.
So you pick them when they're green?
Yeah, I aim to, yeah. But these are still very green, see?
Right, okay, yeah.
So deceiving, when they're black on the skin a few weeks even before they're overripe, you know?
Yeah.
So that's good colour. See these here, here's another Pendolino. Even though he looks quite black, he's only just coming up to making oil because he still feels a bit hard. A couple of weeks time he might have 15%. So a lot of these yield 15 to 20% roughly.
On an olive?
Yeah, that's the yield out of, and the density of them is they're 0.91 of water, like diesel fuel's 0.72 or something of water. Yeah. These are about 0.91. So if they were yielding 18%, 200 litres out of a tonne, because of that, 18% is 180 kilos out of a tonne, but it's 200 litres out of a tonne, you see what I mean?
Yeah. So let's go and have a look at where you press it and how you make it, basically. So we're in the pressing room, and what's the process here? Because it looks like a very complicated machine.
So off the paddock, in these half-tonne bins, the olives come in with this bin tipper forklift, get tipped into this first hopper, which has got a very rough screen on it for sticks, big sticks, up through the auger, past this vacuum, which gets rid of pretty much all the leaves and small sticks that come through the grate, and then through this wash plant. This here is a metal trap as well. Water's tumbling in here quite violently, which gives them a good wash, but any metal that came off, for example, the shaker over the ears breaks parts off, so any metal only gets as far as here.
Yeah.
Olives themselves are quite buoyant, so they'll float off tumbling water.
The rest will just
then down through here, and they're pretty well washed by them, but they get a rinse with clean water here as well, into that hopper, waiting there clean, then off they go up into the hammer mill, and then which smashes them up into a pulp, to a paste, and then into the malaxa, which is in 3 sections. So in there we want an hour to an hour and a half of malaxing in there to get the oil separating enough for the centrifuge. When the visual guide to the paste being ready is the paste is falling off the pedals. These pedals in here, falling off means it's slippery enough, it's quite wet.
the oil's coming out.
Yeah, the paste comes off this, driven by this mono pump up through this hose into the centrifuge. Yeah. The good oil actually comes out nearby, just here. So these 3 sea containers seem to be the best way to, in this first sea container, we've got a 3,000 litre stainless steel tank.
So you had a sweatshop of pickers in here?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the olive oil. So this is, so you pour it into here.
And then into here. It's pretty much settled by then, but it still does a little bit of settling. And then from there I can take drums for restaurants, typically direct out of there. Yeah. Or for bottling and canning into these.
And then this is this is the end product, basically?
Yeah.
Where do you sell this in Perth? So where can I get it in Perth? Who do you distribute?
There's a start for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's only in Peaches in South Fremantle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just right next door to me.
Yeah.
That's convenient. Well, what I'll do, I've got your number now, so I'll hook you up with our distributor, who I think will be good for you.
Yeah.
And he does all the restaurants in Freo.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Yep.
And then that means he can deliver to me as well.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for having us. It's been a amazing experience.
No worries, Will.
I can't believe it's just at our back door.
Yeah.
Sitting in Perth, you've got this wonderful produce.
Yeah, no worries. It's been good. Will, thanks for your interest.
No,
Yeah.
great. So if I'd love to be able to use a couple of bottles. Is that all right? To be able to do some cooking and then also introduce it to my chefs
Yep.
in the restaurant and see
Yeah.
if they're up for it.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, listen, Ross, thank you so much.
Yep.
It's been amazing. Thanks, buddy. I'll speak
Righto.
soon.
Cheers.